Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony Cool and this is Gems of War. And today, got the World Event teams for you, high, mid, and low. That's the Guild event this week. And then we have the weekly preview for Cinema Mirage. So we'll be going over World Event teams, high, mid, and low. Also scoring, I forgot to put scoring in the title, but just know on a Monday, if we're doing a World Event, you're going to get the scoring as well. But yeah, high, mid, low, Cinema Mirage, all that stuff, Underspire, Venki Drop Table, Weapons in the Soulforge, Epic Trials maybe, we'll see. But yeah, let me set her up, and we'll get going. Cinema Mirage, down here, I know where that one is. You're probably just in it this past weekend if you weren't in Wild Plains. Let's see if the AI can win the trials here. Auto battle. While I set her up. Set her up, set her down, get her ready. Alright, y'all watch that. Let me know how it goes. And I'll set it up. Alright, let's copy that. Here. Paste that. Thumbnail. I'm gonna speed run it. Let's see how fast I can do this. Alright, Gems of War. Gems of War Live. Done. No, I'm not AI. An actual real person. Gems of War World Event. Gems of War World Event. Scoring. Gems of War World Event. Team. Gems of War. I don't know. Cinema Mirage? I don't know. People look that up. Psh, I don't know. What would I look up this week? I'd probably look up Gems of War World Event teams. I don't know. Gems of War new? I don't know. Gems of War preview? Preview. Gems of War spoilers. I did a little bit too much here. Whoops. Anyway. Keep it moving. Let's put the game in. It's Gems of War. Maybe if I say Gems of War a lot at the beginning of the stream. You know that YouTube knows what you're saying. Put it in subtitles, closed caption, change it to other languages, shoot it out to people based on what you're saying. They don't just believe you with your title and your thumbnail. Pretty high tech these days, supposedly. Hopefully I got this on mute. I do. Hopefully this is on mute. Okay. And turn down the ads for you. Not for me, it's for you. I don't have to see them because I'm streaming. But I will turn them down for y'all. So you don't have to see them as much. You'll probably still see something. But you won't see them as much as it would have been if I didn't turn them down, basically. No. If you just leave it where it is, it would be much more. But I turn them down. How'd you do in the Vault event? How many keys did you get? What do you think I got? How many keys did I got? Did I do worse than I should have? Did I do better than I should have? Did I do right where I should have? Did I get way more all of a sudden? I don't know. Let me know. I had 0 going in. You'd think I would get more. But I don't know. How was I feeling? Not too great. So, we'll see. I'll let you know. Alright, I got all that set up. I'm jump into the chat. Say hi to everybody. Or anybody that's here early, I mean. Hit the like, turn in your ticket to the train. Don't be a turnstile jumper. Don't be a hobo. Hitching a ride for nothing. Got Anita, Daniel, and JM Ricks. I also saw Sana and Classic, I think, in the Ghost Train. So shout out to them. They'll probably be here shortly, maybe. Hello, Anita. I'm alright, Daniel. Getting there, man. No, dude. Oh, no. Getting there. I'll be cool in a couple days. JM Ricks, good morning. Getting through it. Clawing my way to the finish line. Enough said there, right? No boo-hoo for me. Okay. I'm ready pretty much. One more thing. Back up. Did we win? Ooh, we won. Yeah, put how many vault keys you got in the chat if you want to. You know, you don't have to. But I'd like to see it. I'd like to see your successes. if you had them. If you didn't, I can maybe motivate you. But yeah, you know the epic trials. You're gonna have to do them one day. I get it. If it's just like it's here right now. Cinema Mirage won't be back for another 38 weeks. If you don't have it done, now's the time to do it for real. It also depends on where you're at in the game, though. Do you have the gems? If you don't have the gems, you could still do it and get like a copy of the pet, and then maybe, I don't know. I think the best practice with epic trials is to just do them, and then buy the pet after each fight. That way you can just get it out of the way, get it done. Just know that that amount of gems is gonna have to go to each kingdom. So, you know, it's a lot of gems too. Like overall, it's over a long period of time, but that's gems that you don't really have. Even if you have them, you don't really have them, because one day you're gonna have to do this. And what is it, 200? It's at least 1,000 gems per kingdom, so that's like 38,000 gems. You're gonna have to spend over 38 weeks, so it's not crazy, but I would take, if you don't have the epic trials done at all, you're gonna have to take 38,000 gems off of your total. So you may be negative, but you should do it because it's another pet for the kingdom. It's an easy one to get, pretty much easy in comparison to how you get the other ones, by RNG randomly popping up and stuff like that. And it's just a thing in the game you can get done all the way done, and you don't have to think about it ever again. Kind of like getting your factions to 500, get those all the way done, you don't have to think about them ever again. I mean, you do the faction events, but you don't have to ever go to 500 again and do pure 500 again and do deathless 500 again and up your horde level again. Like, you can get that out of the way. It's nice to get some things out of the way. That's kind of how I play a little bit. Like, I got my dragon. I don't have to worry about Dragonite anymore. I got all my epic trials done, all my factions done, all my classes on 100. Just knocks out some things that could be extra that now you don't have to worry about, because they're done forever. I'll never ever have to get Doomsayer to 100 again, you know? I'll never have to do whatever associated faction do pure 500, deathless 500 again, like from 20 to 500, you know what I mean? I'll play pure 500 for y'all, but I'm not going to have to go all the way through it again. Epic trials, I'll never have to go do those fights again and get the pet again. It's all the way done. It's nice to knock those out, so it's like something you don't ever have to do again. Get something off your shoulders, off your back, off your mind, so you can concentrate on other things. Anita with the gifted, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Remember, if we ever get to 25, I'm not rushing y'all. I'm not, don't worry about it right now. But if we ever get to 25 total, I will double your money. As soon as that happens, I'll do it. So whether it's today or a week from now or 2 weeks from now, just keep that in mind. I'll double it. 5 gifted from me. Okay, so I think I'm ready. Sauna's here. Wow, Daniel, 493. Nice. That is really good. That's probably the most I've ever got. I think I got to 500 one time just to do it. It's always a time issue for me. It's not like a skill issue. But yeah, that's amazing, Daniel. Great job. You think I got 330? That's a good guess. On main or alt, says Anita. I guess total. Just total, because that's kind of like 250. That's pretty good. 400 on your main. Nice. That's perfect. That's what I would want. Somewhere around there. Perfect. Everybody's doing great. Makes me feel good. Not that I take any credit for it. I'm just saying, like, my people are doing good, so makes you feel good. It's like if your significant other gets a promotion or something, or your brother gets a promotion, I guess would be more like it, because I don't benefit from that. Alright. Alright, we're doing the stream, so we gotta do the world event. But let me get the Glory Shop troop first. Grab my mail. Let's do my guild thing. It's like, what do you do first? I don't want redundancy. I keep clicking the wrong thing. Let's go to guild. Let's give to our guild, because then I'm gonna grab my mail. We're in 10th place. 30 members. Nice. Let's give to the guild. Maybe this is something you can learn from. I always get the regular tasks done first. So if you were to everybody comes to this screen, right? So everybody has to do this, I hope. So if, let's say this was you and you come to this screen, me looking at this, we don't have all the basic tasks done yet, so I'm going to do a basic task. I'm not going to jump to an epic task, even though they're available. Because you want to get all of your easiest one, path of least resistance, right? So we want to get all the stats. We don't just want certain stats. Doesn't the treasure, ignore the treasure. So I see red is on 9 out of 12, so I'm going to complete that one. It's a basic task. And that's what I'm going to do, probably. I just do whatever, you know. Whatever's around. Like, 1,000,000's our requirement, so I just hit complete until it goes over 1,000,000. Well, I'll do that one. Usually that ends up with me giving more than the required amount. Just fine. So now we got 3 extra attack. People are always asking about stats. This is a way to get stats. Be in a good guild, get all the tasks done. See how we get more armor, more attack, more magic. More magic here. I mean, they did 2 magic first. Like, that's okay. I'd rather see us get all the, you know, path of least resistance. You don't do 2 purple magic kingdoms back to back, because then you're just going to have to wait longer to get, like, you could go get other stats first. As far as, like, when you're going to 2030. Early, you could. So this seems like a early type of mentality. Like, get all the magic done first. But I don't know. I'd rather get all the basic tasks done, open up all the epic tasks, and then work on the epic tasks. But you do magic first here, then get the rest done. And then you would do magic on epic, and then get the rest done. And then you'd be on to legendary. That's how I feel anyway. That's my opinion. Okay. So we got that. Now we have to get our mail. Just gives me more resources to then use on the shop and the guild event. But look at this, being in a good guild. This isn't even all of it. This is early on a Monday, but it's the kind of stuff you're going to get from being in a good guild. It's going to go on for a while. Lots of stuff. Look at the 60 glory keys, 400 gems, nice. 84 gem keys, 9 event keys, 75 diamonds, bunch of glory there. Just pet food, everything you could want. It's almost every resource. Even a deed, even 1 magic deed. It's very important to be in a good guild. Alright, offers, just real fast, let's buy it. I've been still doing that. Kinda might switch up my strat. I really need to do more PvP. I feel like I'm missing... I need, like, deeds and books more than I need, like, medals. But I don't know. Right now, I'm just staying course. I've also been having a hanker. I'm getting a hankering to get that freaking Horde Mimic Mythic just because I feel like it's the thing that's the sore thumb of my account. Like, most people have it by now, and I don't. I just don't feel the need to get it. But there could be, you know, a person could be out there like, well, yeah, he doesn't even have the Horde Mimic Mythic. Even though I explain it all the time, like, I just don't even care about it. But I could just go get it to get it, so no one could say that, I guess. Plus, it's just another thing I need to do. Alright. Glory Shop next. So we got just in case. You know, the troop is usually from the restriction. What if it's good? You should grab it before you make your world event team. Get it fully ascended, because I can. I have lots of glory. Got the Maiden of Pain. Damage to an enemy. Alright. Doesn't look like anything too special. I don't think I'll be using it, but maybe in the low-level team, you never know. Got... Why does it say... Okay. Alright, here it is. Lost in Translation. Sauna with the gifted, thank you so much. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. It's ladies' night. Ba, 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 ba. And the time is right. I don't know the song. It's probably a good thing I don't know that song. You woke up at 2:30 this afternoon from doing Paloozas? The old switcheroo, I was stuck in the old stream? Yeah, I know, it gets some people. Stupid PlayStation stuff. Can't roll it straight into the stream. One of these days I'll be doing a new account playthrough and I can do that. And on EverQuest I could do that. Nita says I'm in an amazing guild, loads of awesome players. Let's go. That's what you want too, like... I feel like early game you join just any old guild. You know, then you try to get into a better guild. Some people get stuck staying in like their second guild because they end up being #1. They're like the best. They're the big fish in the small pond. It like feels really good. And it felt good to me too. I did that as well, but you gotta remember, you can't do that for too long. You don't want to do that for too long. You really want to be in a guild where there's better people than you. If you know you're on a good team, if there's people that are better than you on your team, you know how good you are, and then if there's 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people better than you, then you know you're in a good guild, right? I don't want to be in a guild where I'm the best player, and I'm cynical, right? And I'm probably not the best player in my guild. And that's good. That's where I want to be. I want to make sure there's people better than me, or that at least do more than I do. Maybe they're just as good as I am, but they play more than me. Something. They got to be better than me. And then you're not into your final destination guild until you're in a guild where there's at least a few people that are better than you. You don't want to be that big fish in the small pond, get stuck being #1 all the time. It's just not the place to be. You always want there to be people better than you in your guild. So as you get better at the game, you need to join better guilds, so there's people that are better than you in your guild. Sauna's Alfhild's Legend is recruiting. Sister Guild, open invite. On PC Mobile, right? Red Dawn got gifted by Sauna, and Ben GT Moeller, or something like that. Binge. Alright, here we go. We needed demon blood to uncover the hidden writing in the Tome of the Cursed God. But not just any blood would do. We made a devilish deal with the Maiden Pain. If we brought her blood, Shu would refine some for us. She would. Slay demons and collect their hearts and blood to supply the Maiden of Pain. If we brought her blood, Shu would refine some for us. So she's gonna like put it in her shoe, do a shoey, Stone Cold Steve Austin. She's gonna break through the glass, pour some blood in her shoe, and then waterfall it in her mouth and smash it on her head. I don't know, but something about a shoe. All right, we got a medal here, 160% skull and spell damage for all troops in current event. It's easy. Do spell, not skull. Like, it's an easy decision here. Let's not. If you're gonna do skull, you're just gonna make it take way longer. It might be a little bit more fun, but eventually, you're just overkilling one thing. If you do spell, you're spreading it out. You're really, taking advantage of the extra damage by hitting everything on the enemy team instead of just destroying one thing at a time, which could end up doubling the amount of time it takes every fight if you do skull. All right, let's read the scoring. World event lost in translation. There are 6 battles that players can encounter during the event: Gluttony, Pride, Abject of Despond, Tartarus, Baphomet, and Astaroth. The battles are randomly chosen, but they all have an equal chance of appearing on the map. Scoring. You can find the following rewards for each of the different battles you may encounter. I'll read them in order, highest to lowest. Astaroth is worth the most. 3 demon hearts and 10 demon blood. At least I think so. It's a little bit convoluted. So, demon blood is worth 2. Demon heart is worth 5. So, that is like 35 points, I think. 2 times 10 is 20. 5 times 3 is 15. 35. Baphomet is next up, worth the second most. 2 demon hearts and 8 demon blood. So that would be 26-ish. Tartarus is the next up, worth the next most. 2 demon hearts and 7 demon blood. So that would be 10, 14, 24. Abject of Despond. 1 demon heart and 6 demon blood. So that is 5 plus 12 is 17. Pride is 1 demon heart and 5 demon blood. So that would be 5 plus 10 is 15. And Gluttony, 5 demon blood, which is the lowest. That is only 10 points. So yeah, they're in order. And Astaroth is a mythic, so easy to spot. Baphomet and Tartarus are legendaries, right? So just remember to do alphabetical order. Baphomet is worth more than Tartarus, and that's actually from from the mythics and the legendaries, they are in alphabetical order. So Astaroth is A, worth the most. Baphomet is B, worth the second most. Tartarus is T, worth the third most. Then you get down to the purples and the blues, and just remember that Gluttony is worth the least, and Abject of Despond is worth the most out of the lower rarity options. So look for that mythic. If you don't see it, look for Baphomet. If you don't see that, pick the other legendary. If you don't see any of that, pick Abject of Despond. Avoid Gluttony. Each Demon Blood is worth 2 points, and each Demon Heart is worth 5 points. Battles will drop a variable number of Demon Blood and Demon Hearts, on average about 1.18 times the base amount. So that's the scoring. Let's buy up in the shop here. I usually buy until I get a medal. I don't know if that's what you're going to do or what you should do, but it's usually what I do. So sometimes it's like 2, sometimes it's 3, sometimes I think 3 will give you one. I got to get my rewards too, dang it. Always grab it. This is the one event where you should always grab your rewards first every day, because you get tokens in your reward. Might be one of the only events in the game where you actually get more powerful as you get more rewards, you know? Because you're getting tokens as part of your reward, which is the medal, which is making you more powerful. So you always want to grab your rewards first every day, so in case you have some tokens there. And even before you buy in the shop, you should grab your rewards, so you know how far up to buy. If your guild has done pretty much nothing, you're going to have to buy up further. If your guild has done a ton, you might only have to buy a couple. Another perk of being in a good guild. At least as far as I do. This is how I play the World of End. You might have to play it slightly differently depending on what kind of guild you're in. But me, for my high-level guilds, I just buy up until I see a medal pop up. So far, nope. So we're going to tier 3. There it is. So tier 3, around there. Okay. Let's take a look at this thing once again. Skull and Spell. So you want to do Spell if possible. 95% of the time, if it's Skull and Spell, you want to do Spell. Just the way this works, if you have like a billion extra skull damage, you're still only hitting one thing. So you're just overkilling one thing, and then you have to do it again. Even if you cascade. Even if you get to kill 2 things. While you're going to get the same amount for Spell, you can just hit everything on the enemy team and do a bunch of extra damage to everything in one press of a button. So with the skull damage, most you're going to kill is like 1 or 2. With the spell, you could kill all 4 in one shot. So it's always better to utilize that extra damage by casting a spell that hits all enemies. It's not extra magic, it's extra spell damage. So anything you cast will hit extra hard. Alright, so Baphomet is the highest rarity, so it should be the fight to do. Let's make teams! We have to do red, just red troops. Just red. Red generators, uh-oh. Whoa! Red generators and assassins. That's weird. Haven't seen that in a while. Anita says, should I move over there? Oopsie there? Is that the name of your alt? It's a good one. Sana says it's a starting guild, so you can do it easy. I've put my alt in there too. Good idea, so you can focus more on your main account. Chad is here, the clip bomb. What up, dude? Anita's gonna do it. Nice. So your main is named Lacey and your alt is named Oopsie? I like that. Alright, so we got red generators and assassins? Okay. We'll do our high-level team first. Just, we have access to everything in the game. I can already think of one thing. Can you guys think of it? I'm pretty sure. I can think of one thing already that I like for this. I might want to use it for my high-level team. We'll see. Alright, we got Ares, Amarok, Bothros. We're looking for things that are going to hit all enemies, right? So, none of these do that. Rage Kurandara does. Might be a good time to finally use him. And he does skulls, too. Come on. Come on, he does both. It's the best of both worlds. I might use that. Eye of Argus, I could see like a Contrarian out there using like triple Eye of Argus or something, do a bunch of skull damage, but it's still going to be slower than doing spell damage, sorry. Flame of Oni might be a good addition to the team, but not like our main star of the team. Kurandara, no. Megavore, no, because it's just armor, it's not everything. No, no, no. Those are all either skull or single target. So there's not like a lot of options. I mean, this guy would be okay. At least he hits all enemies. We got Baphomet. That's only 3 though. Just looking at all, like so far it's Enraged Kurandara is my favorite of the troops. Pyrophemus, no. Dragon Soul, not, I don't think so. It hits like, it does a certain amount of damage, so I don't think it gets boosted. Or if it does, it's still pretty weak. Might be tough for our mid. Alright, so I'm going to do an Enraged Kurandara team for my high level. And then for my mid, what do you think? As long as it's here. Just came for the teams and you just want to know what the best troops are. Boop. Probably be what I'm going to use, but we got Enraged Kurandara, and the Ruby Weapon are the 2 best options in my opinion. Let's do show all, because sometimes I don't have like some of the pay troops. Just in case. Yeah, for Mythic it's looking like either Enraged Kurandara or Zarg's Boompile are my 2 favorites. But I'm going to go with this for my high level. My mid will be the Ruby Weapon, then we'll have to figure out low level team. So now I need some mana generation. You can always use the wand whenever it's a color restriction. You have access to the wand. You could do that. Wand of Stars, Enraged Kurandara. Now we just gotta get up, maybe have some backup for our, you know, something else that hits all enemies, maybe. Since oh, whoops. Still want base rarity. Might do, what's his face? Zarg. Now we need, like, a really good mana generator. Thinking if Harpy Mage is here. Not sure if she is. Got Marilith, though. That'd be good. Maybe she's not. She's red, but she might not be an assassin. Or, we got Baphomet, Bile, no, Davenia, Pyrophema, Tari King, Turagon, Coddle. Fundingus is alright. Gimlet. There she is. Alright, with the potion, she's gonna be the best option for... She's gonna get up on second turn. So we may have like a 1-turn delay, but then we're gonna wipe everything out in one shot. So we'll leave her at the bottom because she doesn't need any help getting up if you have patience and can wait to the second turn. And then we'll do a 50% start for our wand. And then we got Zarg here for backup on our damage and really on mana generation a little bit. So don't worry about like the mana blocking. Harpy Mage is going to get up even though she's super blocked. Zarg is, you know, mostly third trait. Just back up if we need it. Wand, we just want to get that up as soon as possible, but we want to put Enraged Kurandara in first slot so it gets up a little bit faster. Alright, so banner, we got all red. Red will probably be on everybody's banner because every troop is red, every weapon's red. So you should pick a red banner. And then for our mana generation, I might do yellow, just to make sure that Harpy Mage gets up. Maybe not, though, because she's going to get up either way, but could help on some fights. And then we just pick a color that we use the least of. We use every color, but it's still fine. So we don't want to pick like green or red. Probably not even purple or yellow. So brown or brown. Probably brown. If we have it. Alright, red, yellow, minus brown. Perfect. Dragon banner. Alright, class. So I want a 50% start. You would think you would do like Sun Spear or something, but it doesn't have a 50% start. We do have 3 green troops. So maybe Archer? It's 50% start with the Green Storm. Could even do... yeah, I think Archer. That way it helps all 3 of these. Alright, so that's my high-level team. Using everything at my disposal. We got Enraged Kurandara, Wand, Zarg, Harpy Mage. These 2 are for mana generation. And these 2 are for damage. Especially Enraged Kurandara. We'll make 2 more teams if you don't like this one. And I think my second team's gonna probably be the best one. But just want to make 3 teams just in case you don't have the ruby weapon. Yes, equip. Medal of Omens. Don't have any badges yet, we just have a medal. So, I might put an Anu on for now. One of those rare occasions where I'm using 3 different medals. That doesn't happen very often. Usually you go all in. Like I want all magic, or I want all armor, or I want all Orpheus. You don't usually like mix up your medals like this. Unless it's super early in the game and you just don't have them. This is the one time I would mix medals up to where there's a different type in each slot. World event where I only have 1 medal. And then I'm going to use Anisha to boost my magic a little bit more. And then I'm going to use an Anu to 20% start that Enraged Kurandara especially. 35 mana cost. Yee! But he does spell to all enemies. And he also does skull. So he's doing both. Which is cool. I'm not saying he's the best, but he might be like second best out of everything we have. Let's see it. Angry Mob is good. Angry Mob, though, it doesn't have a 50% start or 75% start, or we don't have any way to like get it going. But it would be good if you don't have Harpy Mage. But Harpy Mage is so easy to get in the Underworld. It's like you gotta have it. Angry Mob would be a nice safe option for a little bit later. If you start to lose troops, it has a really good summon. So definitely something to mention. If you think about red, you think about Angry Mob. So definitely nice to mention there. Alright, we got the wand up. I see a lot of yellow and purple. But usually it's best to cast the first option. Worked out. Bang there. All it. That's what you want to see. Alright, this here, we got a bunch of blue and a purple. So we picked the purple. It's higher rarity. Worth more points. Okay, nothing got up, but both of our mana generators are getting up next turn. So, instead of taking yellow, should probably take some green, red, or purple if we have it. There we go. Let's do Harpy Mage. Didn't work as good as I was hoping, but we still got it. Angry Mob is awesome. Like, his spell usually clears the whole board for me. It's just like the quickness of the Harpy Mage, the consistency of the Harpy Mage, and the easy, it's like super easy to get. That's why I use it. What's going on here? Pride. So if there's 2 of the same, I just pick highest level. Can't hurt. Alright, that was a good cascade to start with. Got some red. Got some more red. And we're up. See ya. First turn, white. Alright, we got Astaroth. This will be the last fight for this one. And then we'll do our mid. Maiden of Pain has quite the knockers. I'll have to check it out. Daniel says you used Wand, Ubistet, the Qatari King, and Zarg Boompile. Not bad, dude. Get a lot of stuff hitting multiple enemies, especially Zarg. Is Qatari King 50% starting anything, or? He is for what? I don't know, I like the Zarg boom pile and the wand part for sure. I don't know why I keep muting my mic, sorry. It's probably for the best though. See how this gets up, kills everything in one shot. It's pretty consistent. I might use this because I use the ruby weapon all the time. I never get to use Enraged Kurandara. So if you actually want to use your Enraged Kurandara, this would be the team. Do you ever get to use this guy? Come on, he's actually pretty good. It's a boss troop, hits all enemies, converts yellow to Doomskull, conjures a Doomstorm, it's invulnerable, Curse of Damnation, bonus red on top of everything else. I forgot about that. Gain bonus red mana from red gem matches. Our whole team is red. So every one of his traits is doing something for us. Every bit of his spell is doing something for us. It's almost like the perfect troop for this event. The mana cost is a little bit high, but been working okay. It's not like it's taken me 3 or 4 turns to kill everything. It's 1 or 2. So this is what I would recommend if you can. Rage Kurandara would be the last boss troop you would get though, so if you're still working on your boss troops, you might not have it. You'd want to get Zul'Goth and Maelstrom Dagonath and probably CT first. There is my recommendation if you have everything in the game. And especially if you want to use this, which we never get to use. And he's cool, and he's good. Alright, let's do a mid. Get rid of that, get rid of that. I might keep Harpy Mage. She might be a staple. Like something for every team. This time I can't use any mythics, so we're going to use the ruby weapon. It's red, it does true damage to all enemies. Exactly what I'm looking for when I do a world event. And now we just need some more, either damage. We need a little bit more damage and a little bit more mana generation. So let's go down to legendary and under for our mid team. Divinia's okay. 50% start rogues. I don't think we have any rogues. I don't know what I'm going to make my hero yet. So mana generation, this 50% starts centaurs, which I don't have any of. He does hit multiple enemies though, so I don't hate it. 3 of them. He would be above a lot of stuff. All right, we got Harpy Mage and the Ruby Weapon. That's almost the whole team already, so we just gotta add some stuff onto it. Maybe an Empowered Converter for more mana generation, like Icatl does. Blue to yellow, nah. Brown to purple, no. Dingus might be okay. Gimlet does brown, that's good. Green to brown, we could do that. Might go with Gimlet. It's the same as Harpy Mage, but it starts empowered, so it's not gonna... They're not gonna conflict with each other, really. Lamash 2, yellow to purple. Herald, blue to purple. Marilith, though, true damage, I gotta do that. True damage, lots of mana generation, and it's doing both things. So now I need like another damage dealer, maybe. Probably gonna have to look up in the legendaries. I don't think we're gonna have anything doing true damage. Let's see. Vomit, maybe. He uses purple. We're not using purple yet. He does hit 3 enemies. He could finish stuff off. Maybe it's a good chance to use Qatari King. He's red and yellow, though. At least Baphomet uses purple. Need something hitting all enemies. Come on. Or lots of enemies. Might be Baphomet. I think we already saw. I think I'm going to go Baphomet. Baphomet. Whatever you say it. He's shiny. He hits multiple enemies. He uses purple. Of course, if you have access to... This is for, like, legendary and under. So if you have access to like Zarg Boompile, you'd probably do it instead of Baphomet on this team. Alright, so we're gonna get up Marilith quickly, cast it, get everything else up, cast our Ruby Weapon, and win. Got Baphomet for backup damage for later. Harpy Mage is gonna get up super fast if somehow Marilith doesn't. We have two like super quick mana generators. A really hard-hitting true damage that hits all enemies, and then some backup damage from Baphomet. In case we need it. And it uses purple. So nothing else on the team is using purple. And it's hitting 3 enemies, not like 1 or 2. And our banner is definitely going to be red. Got red, green, we got red, blue, brown, red, yellow, red, purple. We got red, green, blue, brown, purple. We got every color, but the best one to minus here would be yellow. She's going to get up either way. So we can go red, green. That'd be good for Marilith. That's the only option, so let's do it. I mean, brown, red, minus yellow wouldn't be bad either, but we'll go Spirit Fox banner. And then our class. Now that we're going all in on that banner, we should probably just stick with the Archer. Just really go get this Marilith up. But you could do Titan also. I always go with Archer or Titan or Elementalist or Archmagus. You're going to find that. It's kind of like with all the troops. Thinking about how many troops there are, you really use a very small amount of them. Same with the classes, really. There's 38 classes. You're going to probably use like 8 of them once you get them all to 100. Alright, so this looks like our mid. Mix and match for sure if you have access to Zarg Boompile. I'd put him right here. Most likely. We got true damage, mana generation, backup damage. Covering every color. Marilith gets up super quick. She ended up killing him all by herself, so that's going to be nice for the early fights. Gonna get up quick and kill them all. Then later on, she's gonna get up quick, and then get up your Ruby Weapon. Alright, see, she didn't kill him there, which is fine. We're not expecting her to do that. It's the Ruby Weapon. Hoping with like making these teams live and then showing you the fights, like you see what I mean when they're wiping everything out quickly. Trying to save you time. And usually my teams work all the way throughout the week. Sometimes I make a slight tweak, but a lot of the times they work. Your first turn, like wiping the whole enemy team out, doesn't get much better than that. Why it's hard to beat Ironhawks on the VOD event. Cast, if you got it, cast it. If you got the Ruby Weapon, cast it. Don't waste time with Marilith if it's already up. Alright, one more fight with this one. I think you get the drift, get the point. It's up already, so do it. And Baphomet, hey, if they end up submerging or something crazy later, then Baphomet can take care of that. He doesn't do AoE damage, so if you're worried about them submerging like every once in a while, I wouldn't build my whole team around just worrying about submerge every once in a while, but if you're worried about it, you got Baphomet who can take care of that. Plus, yeah, Baphomet. They're all the same, so highest level. Here's the team code. I used Archer on both teams. I used Harpy Mage on both teams, so keep that in mind. Might be staples for this event. Even if you use a slightly different team, you might want to do Harpy Mage. Archer is, I've used twice. 2 out of 2. Alright, even though, you know, Sun Spear would be the first thing that comes to mind, a bunch of red falling, and it's just no 50% start, so it's a little bit slower. It might work better later, though. And now we gotta make a low-level team. So no legendaries. Get out of here. No ruby weapon. But we might keep this. They're both lower than legendary. Epic and under. What's the best thing we got here? Is there any weapons, like... What would be a red weapon that hits all enemies? Isn't Dawnbringer red? If you have Dawnbringer, you could do that instead of the ruby weapon, I think. Yep. You want to have, it's kind of like in Rage Kurandar. If you want a chance to use your Dawnbringer for once, it would be good for this event. It's not the best. Rage Kurandar is better, Ruby Weapon's better, but if you build a whole team around Dawnbringer, it would be up there, man. Might be top 3, or top 5-ish. You have it. Just making sure there's not a weapon I'm forgetting about. That hits all enemies, that's red. Pretty much just Dawnbringer. Summer's Fury. We could do that. It wouldn't be too bad. I think everybody has that one too. It might be the smartest thing to do as a beginner. I forget how you get Summer's Fury, but I know it's like a really early weapon. Like I think it might be Red Mastery. Creates 6 red gems too. That might be the way to go. Glad I looked at the weapons. Okay, so we got a weapon hitting all enemies. Got Marilith hitting all enemies for true damage, but it's mostly going to be there for getting everything up. I bet you everybody forgot about Summer's Fury. You don't use it very often, but it is a nice low-level weapon. Then we just need, like... we got a lot of mana generation, so we kind of just need a little bit more damage here. Like maybe Gargoyle. It'll hit multiple enemies. Could finish something off. It's using brown. We're not using brown yet. Just take a quick peek at the rest of the stuff, which takes a little bit longer because there's so many that are epic and under. Making sure I didn't miss any. Of course, Ferocity, I think, is on here, if you want to use that. Right here. It's multiple enemies, but it's 2. Gargoyle hits 3. Marilith hits all. Summer's Fury hits all. So I think these are slightly better. I think I'm going to go with this team. Put this under that. And it looks good. Low-level team. And I like it. I like it. It's like a bunch of older troops. But they're like some of the best of the older troops. They're all pretty easy to get to. These are both underworld troops you can get, not even legendaries. Very easy to get these two. And then this one I think is really, really easy to get. So you should have at least... And if you have only... maybe do Angry Ma... Or no. If you don't have Marilith for some reason, you could do double Gargoyle. It'd probably be fine. Gargoyle does do a little bit of mana generation when you cast it. Alright, we're going to stick with red for sure. We got red, green, brown, and yellow. Our other mana generator is green. You can do red, green, minus brown, no. Red, green, minus blue, that's fine. Or no, that's green, red. This one. Beastly Banner. Our whole team's red, so we want to double red. Our mana generator is green, so we want to give her a little bit of extra help so she can get everybody else up. And then we don't use blue at all. We can minus blue. Class. Try to stick with it. You could do Geomancer to 50% start your Gargoyle if you want. But even if you get it up quickly, it's going to end up just killing 3 things. So we're really concentrating on getting up the Summer's Fury. So a green Storm to get up Marilith to get up Summer's Fury, I think. Still stick with archery. It's weird because it's a red restriction. You think you'd do more red classes, but it's like a lot of the mana generators are red-green, I think. Seems like. I'm gonna stick with archer here. Low-level team for the world event. Bunch of solid troops right there. These are troops I totally recommend as a beginner, for sure. You could make this team for just doing stuff. Doing any old thing, really. It's pretty good. Like a mixture of beginner teams mixed all together here. Alright, let's see how it performs. Yoke the Ham is here. See, look at this. You know what I mean? Like, if you have medals, this team could be better than a mid or a high level team if you're not building your team properly and hitting all enemies. This team right here could be better than a mid or high level team. It could be faster. You're getting so much extra damage and you're hitting all enemies that if somebody's using single target, if they're going down the spell route, I bet you this team is faster than an Eye of Argus team. I would bet money on it. I'll take this team all day, and you can have an Eye of Argus team as long as you're not hitting all enemies. Like, you have like Wand, triple Eye of Argus, or something like that. I would bet money that this low-level team would get everything done way faster than that Skull team. I'd bet lots of money on it. I'm super confident. I'd be doing that while you're waiting on Skulls to finish them off. Whoever you are out there, stranger, that's not doing that anyway. Alright, Pride. That's my low-level team. I'd bet on my low-level team to beat a Skull team. Just gonna, if we have Summer's Fury, we're casting it. Gargoyle's there just for backup. Astaroth. Sometimes you play the game just to have fun. So if you're doing Skulls, I'm not saying... if you get to the same result, it is what it is. But there's so much to do in the game, I just want to try to save you some time. You can do those other things. Harpy Mage. Let's get this. Yep, we got this. And we got that. Now we do our Summer's Fury. Alright, one more fight. And then we'll get to the weekly preview. We'll see what's in the Soulforge. We'll look at the event key drop table. We'll make an Underspire team. Any extra turns here? Nope. Marilith gets up next turn. Harpy Mage gets up next turn. So let's just take red. Up, we got one dude left. Summoned. Oh, you have backup, or you get up quickly, in case they do that. There you go. World event teams, I'm pretty confident in all three of them. I think the Ruby weapon is actually the best thing. Number one, if you build a team around that, probably using Harpy Mage. Ruby weapon. Ruby weapon, Harpy Mage. Do that. Marilith should probably be on there too. Something like that. I don't know. But Ruby weapon's number one. Number two, Enraged Kurandara. Just because it hits all enemies and does Skulls. And it's really cool. So Ruby weapon number one, Enraged Kurandara number two. Zarg Boompile's up there because he hits all enemies. He does scatter damage. It's a little bit weaker, but he's a good troop overall too. He does other things as well. So Zarg Boompile might be number three. Because I don't think there's anything else that hits all enemies. But Dawnbringer's there as well. And then, I don't know. That's the top four. Ruby weapon, Enraged Kurandara, Zarg, and Dawnbringer. So if you build a team around any of those, or you combine them together and put two awesome mana generators, then your team's probably pretty good. Okay, let's go straight to that Soulforge. Troops. Beg for mercy's here. Yoke the ham if I didn't already say it. The stupid thing called a job got in the way. Oh yeah, I put up a community tab post. It's not very like... It's like, hey, do you want me to start 30 minutes later or 30 minutes earlier? That's basically the post. It's nothing crazy. But, I don't know. Just trying to lock in, see what you guys want. Because I could start at 9:30 if you really wanted me to. Or I could start at 11 maybe if you really wanted me to. It's like that portion of time. I could start any time in between. And lately it's just been right in the middle, like 10 or 10:30. But if it would help anybody, like if it would help them... I'm hoping for the majority, like whatever the majority is, obviously, but if like a majority of y'all would want me to start 30 minutes earlier, I would, and if a majority of y'all wanted me to start 30 minutes later, I would. So I don't know, maybe you wake up at a certain time, maybe you have a break at work at a certain time, maybe you have a lunch at a certain time, maybe you don't wake up until a certain time, maybe you get up early and you want to get all the stuff super early so you can have your teams. I don't know. Whatever the majority, whatever wins, I'll consider it for sure. Or maybe we just stay the same. And it's not going to make much of a difference, but I just wanted to I kind of wanted to just put up a poll. I haven't done one in a while. Alright, but here's the Soulforge. See what we got. Solar Rithus is the dragon. It's the Stellarix yellow dragon. Only crafted if it's your last dragon that you need for Stellarix. And that's a smart move if that's the case. We just used it, I think, last week for the Underspire or something, right? White Helm. What else do we got? King of Ravens made our top 20 mythics. The Elder Dragon did not. Fairy Godmother did not. And Zillapachli definitely did not. So, you know what I'm going to recommend. We got the King of the Ravens as number 1. It's a very safe troop. It's like a Flaming Oni or the Grey King. Somewhere in the middle of those two. And what it kind of does and what you use it for and where it is on the top 20. Somewhere in between the Grey King and Flaming Oni. It might be above the Grey King, actually, but you know what I mean. It's like a combo of those a little bit, kind of. As far as like how I use it, at least. But it's really good for PvP type of situations, Guild Wars type of situations, super hard stuff in the game type of situations. It's not going to be the fastest thing when you're just grinding. But 24 blue, yellow, purple, glacial peaks, phase Strix, explode all purple gems and spirit gems. Deal damage to the last 2 enemies, boosted by spirit gems. And then it converts 2 blue gems to spirit gems when my turn begins. And a dark storm at the start of battle. So it's not even that high. It's got 24 mana cost. So think about all the stuff it's doing here. It's blowing up every single purple on the board. It's good mana generation. And it's blowing up spirit gems, which is blue. So that'll help you get blue mana as well. So it gives you purple and blue. As well as like it's blowing up all the colors around those. Then when it blows up the spirit gems, it's draining the enemy's mana. Then it also deals damage to the last 2 enemies boosted by spirit gems. And then it puts up the spirit gems. It's converting 2 blue gems to spirit gems when my turn begins. So every turn it's hopefully throwing up 2 spirit gems. Can't be mana burned, mana drained, or mana stealed. And it has a dark storm, a purple storm at the start of battle. So that's a mythic right there. It's doing multiple things. Good example of a mythic. It's the bottom of the top 20, though. It's not top 10. Some people might argue that it's not even in the top 20, but I think it's a super solid mythic, and I think it's in the top 20, and I like it, and I use it all the time in PvP. So, it's recommended, but not super highly recommended. If you already have the top 5, top 10, you would consider it then. If you're looking for the next, you already got all the best stuff in the game. Or you already have, like, you have all your diamonds saved up for Ironhawk, and then you have extra diamonds. Maybe that situation, too. Or maybe if it's, like, your first mythic ever, it'd be an okay one to reward yourself for saving up 4,000 diamonds. But, you know, I prefer you save for something else, but still really good. Top 20. Alright, we got the Elder Dragon. It's okay. Fairy Godmother. Not my favorite, but it's still okay. And Zillipochli is probably the worst one here. It's not horrible, but it's just the worst one here this week. So we gotta decide between Fairy Godmother and Elder Dragon. I think I'd be more likely to use Elder Dragon, so I'm gonna give it number 2. Not a craftable mythic though, unless you have everything and you're filling in the blanks and you want to know what's the best thing to grab. 26 green, purple, brown, Karakoth, Demon Dragon. There's just so many freaking dragons, dude. So it's hard to recommend this one. It's kind of like Elamagrum or something like that. It's not going to use it very often, but if it was 4 years ago, this thing would be good. Deal damage to all enemies, create 9 cursed gems boosted by cursed enemies. So you can really only get up to a max of like 13, which is borderline. You really want to see 14 and up for looping. Song of Madness, start with battle with a Madness Storm, so it has like a unique storm. It kind of bumps it up a little bit. You know, hitting all enemies, you might use it in something like a world event. Cursing, if you don't have any other curse option. You could try to get it to loop, it would be close, but it probably would fail you sometimes, for sure. Get 50% started on Dragon. It's okay. Might be like a B-ish. I know I say that grade a lot, but there's a lot of stuff in that area. We got Fairy Godmother next up. 22 green, red, purple, Zacian, Fey Goblin. Gain an extra turn and either create 2 to 3 Wish Gems or deal 44 damage to all enemies boosted by Wish Gems, or give life to all other allies boosted by Wish Gems. I usually love an extra turn, and I'm not saying this thing is bad, but it just... so many like different things it could do, and one of them can backfire. The other one's pretty weak, and then the last one you don't want at all, for real. So, the best thing that can happen here, I don't know, it creates Wish Gems, they connect, and you get a bunch of mana. I mean, it could hit all enemies, but it's... I mean, it's boosted by Wish Gems, but it's hard to put a bunch of Wish Gems up on the board. And you can't count on it doing damage, you can't count on it doing mana generation, you can't count on it giving life. It's hard to count on it. It's a nice, like, gimmicky troop to put on the end of your team sometimes if you just want to have a little bit of fun. 50% chance to convert a yellow gem to a Wish Gem when my turn begins. Reduce damage from spells by 25%. I'll call it like a C+, honestly. Could be a B-. You might convince me, but I never use it, really. We got Zillipochli coming in last for the Mythics this week. 25 blue, green, purple, Suncrest, Strix Undead. Deal damage to one enemy, boosted by purple gems. If there is a storm, deal double damage. If the enemy dies, create 12 skulls. Just not strong enough to be a good mythic. Probably be hard to get a kill with it. Then if you do 12 skulls, it's decent, but it could backfire. You have to have a storm going to do the double damage, which most of the time you do. Just kind of a ho-hum mythic, maybe a C- or a D+. So that's my order for this week. Got King of the Ravens at the top, Elder Dragon number 2, Fairy Godmother number 3, and Zillipochli number 4. So if you just were crafting a mythic this week and you wanted to know which one was the best to get, it would be King of the Ravens. If you already have King of the Ravens and you want to know what's the next best to get, Elder Dragon. Got legendaries, hold on. Legendaries. Don't craft them, but just for fun, let's put them in order. Got Oniros. Kind of poop. Sir Quentin Hadley's awesome. He made our top 20 legendaries, and he was up pretty high on it. He might have been a top 5 legendary. So if you're just gonna, you're listening, you're following advice, but you stray a little bit sometimes, you want to craft a legendary, this would be a pretty good one to do. Starflower. Garnock. Pretty poopy otherwise. Sir Quentin Hadley's the best legendary available in the Soulforge this week. 18 yellow-brown, Sword's Edge, Night Beast. Convert purple gems to yellow and green gems to skulls. Deal damage to 2 random enemies. So doing a lot for a legendary and 50% starting knights. 25% skull reduction. It's probably top 5 legendary, at least in my book. I'm gonna put that video out this month. I didn't put it out last month because we didn't need it, and I kind of want to make sure we do good this month too. Not that that would help or anything, but it's like a little bit of extra ammunition that I got in my back pocket. If I want to make that video real quick, I could do the top 20 legendaries. So we did it on the chatathon, and I just have to, I got my list still sitting there. I just have to record. I'd have to just go over my own list and record. So it'd be an easy video to get out. So he's the best. Number 2, Garnock is doo-doo. And Oniros is doo-doo, so I guess Starflower. 15, Yellow, Purple, Pan's Veil, Wildfolk, Mystic, deal damage to all enemies boosted by ally and enemy Fae. Summon a random Fae. There's a 20% chance to transform a random enemy to a Pixie. Random. All enemies, though. A summon, though. 50% chance to Fairy Fire a random enemy. Random again. She's so random. She's like so random, guys. Oh my god. That's what she's saying. I'm like so random. Doesn't that make me cute? I'm like so random. I got bunny ears coming out of my head. Like where else would they come from? Duh. I guess Garnock would be next because it has a 50% start on it, but it's for orcs, and orcs aren't very good. Summon an orc troop. Last is Oniros. He might be one of the worst. I mean, he's okay, I guess. He might, he'd be in consideration for the worst, but, probably wouldn't make the list. Like an honorable mention for the worst legendaries. Drain 7 mana from all enemies and inflict fairy fire and burn them. I mean, it's alright. It's like a setup troop. Maybe it's not as bad as I think, but it's kind of like a Ulor or Venalis. Or it's never even in talks for the top anythings. It's never going to make any... It's not good at all. It's last place this week in legendaries. I don't like all the extra setup before you kill stuff. Just kill stuff. Sometimes it's okay, but very rare. Usually you're just like killing stuff. Get your mana, kill it. Get your mana, kill it. Don't be like sitting there and fiddle farting around playing with yourself. Like, get it done. Alright, so the weapons. Anything cool from Senna Mirage? Got the Blood Crystal Blade. It explodey? It explodey, so giddy. Doomed Volge is a good one. It's the second best purple doomed weapon. Number 1 is the Doom Scythe, but Doomed Volge is number 2. If you got a hankering to do some looping, make your whole team purple and fight a whole purple enemy team and use this. I have 2 recommended weapons for sure. Bane of Gods, another explodey. Let's go. You want those? But remember, don't get every single one of them. Don't run your jewels out. Don't run your diamonds out over weapons. You know, get one of the 2 explodies. Whatever one you think is better for your account. And then if you can, get the shovel and then get the other explodey. But please don't craft every single weapon that you don't have, because that's a quick way to run out of jewels and diamonds. They'll come back around eventually, and you don't need them all quite yet. Eventually, though. Doomed Magi, just a crappy Doomed Plunger. Keystone. Nothing. Scythe of Sin. Nothing. Sickle of Sin. Tool for your tool belt. If your whole team is Senna Mirage, then you could use that. But it has to include your hero, so you have to use Doomsayer. Scythe Scythe Face. It's the community weapon that the community either designed or picked or something a long time ago, and they named it Scythe Scythe Face somehow. Jack-o'-lantern. I've used this very occasionally on like a new account, just because explodes 4 gems. I don't know. Must have been nothing else. Maybe purple, red. Doomed Crossbow. Dang, there's lots of doomed weapons from Senna Mirage, huh? Or I guess, you know, whatever. But this is a good one. It's the best red doomed weapon. You don't see me, like, using it all the time, though, but... Whoops. I'm an idiot. We were almost done, too, and I had to misclick. Alright, we'll just go from the top down. Might have been the last one. Yep, it was the last one, too. That's a good one. I don't know what I would do here. I think like an explodey weapon might be more important than getting those 2 doomed weapons, but you know, get one of the explodey weapons if you need it. If you don't need it, it's fine, don't get it. But then get probably the doomed crossbow, but doomed Volge is pretty close. Those are the good ones. The 2 that explode and the doomed Volge and the doomed crossbow. And then if you somehow just have all of that, and you're missing the Sickle of Sin. Tool for your tool belt. Alright, that's Soulforge and World Event. Stupid thing called job got in the way. You got 300? That's good, though. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all how many I got. It wasn't amazing, and I am kind of disappointed in myself. Like, hey, if I knock my vault keys down to 0, I'll be so much more motivated to go get more vault keys. But I had like a terrible weekend. It wasn't really the game. I think that still works. It was just IRL stuff, not really. Like, if I was having a good weekend, I would have got at least 400, and it would have been true. But instead, I got 359. 359. Not bad, not good. My bare minimum is 300, or else I'm embarrassed. So, 350 is more than that. 359. That's what I got. I got 1 gap left. That's usually where it is anyway. No big deal. So that means I ended up getting quite a few Freddies to end up getting that this many vault keys. I had to run like however many gaps. I ran like at least 10 gaps, right? So I found at least 9 Freddies throughout all that. Probably 10, because I had 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 going in. I can't remember. I don't know. I got around 10 Freddies. And I got a lot of Baz, too, because Baz is a little bit low. But that's how many I got. Okay. Not despicable. Not embarrassing. An okay amount. I wish I would have got more, though. I could have, man. I was just getting tired on Sunday night. And I already, like, forced myself to go above 300. And then I was sitting there super tired, still had to walk the dog and everything. And I went and I walked the dog, got some fresh air, came back, wasn't feeling it, so didn't go to 400. But 359. That's what I got. Alright, so the weekly preview for real now. 50 Shades. Yeah, them knockers, boy. They're actual knockers. That's funny. Sometimes they are pretty funny, like the devs. We always talk a bunch of crap about them. At least most people do. About all the bugs in the game and like the direction of the game and how they don't fix things unless it benefits them and all that stuff. And, you know, Weavergate and Chris Crinkle, ban miss, and so we always talk about the negatives, but sometimes they are a little bit funny, and sometimes their troop art is really good. Most of the time, their troop art is really good. So, but they got literal knockers on her knockers. Knock, knock. Can I come in? But 50 Shades of Pain, new epic troop, Maiden of Pain. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Lost in Translation. Experience our new world event with your guild mates. Play world event battles every day to unlock rewards. Should probably write a script for most of my videos, huh? New mythic troop Bothros, exclusive to Glory Gym Guild and VIP chests for 1 week only. Way better at reading than I am speaking off the top of my head. We did 3 teams for this, high, mid, and low. Bothros is still going to be there until Friday. He is like mid, B minus. It's okay. Instant kill, another instant kill option, but not a good one. Not the best. Tome of the Cursed God, so the campaign is going on for another 34 days. Week of Senna Mirage. All Senna Mirage troops gain 10% of their skills. Week of Demons, 10%. And bonus souls, Maiden of Pain, PvP and Explorer, extra souls. Knockers. Knockers. Should just call her Knockers. 50 Shades of Pain, new epic troop, Maiden of Pain, PvP and Explorer, extra souls. Knockers. Knockers. Should just call her knockers. 50 Shades of Pain, new epic troop, Maiden of Pain, PvP and Explorer, extra souls. Knockers. Okay, so the shop. Get your spoils of war. It's good for everybody, unless you're very, very early in the game. Maiden of Pain is here this week. 13 red, brown, send a Mirage, Demon Construct. Deal damage to an enemy. If they are bleeding, deal double damage, then inflict 2 stacks of bleed to them. Reduce damage from skulls by 50%. 10% chance to create a cursed gem when my turn begins. So, nothing crazy. It's not great. 50% skull reduction, maybe a tank every once in a while. But, yeah. Nothing amazing. You get Arcane Lava Trait Stones right now. Get as many as you want with Glory. So try to go take a look at your red-brown troops and see if you have anything you need to fully trait. And then go get as many as you want. Red, brown, all color. Base rarity. Show all. You know, that's what you do. And then look through this and see if you need anything. Like Megavore, for example. The legendaries especially, because they are 100%. This thing 50% start for dwarfs. This thing has a storm. So double check your troops. Make sure you have them fully traded. Gargoyle, a lot of good traits. Event key drop table for Sin of Mirage. My event keys are getting back, kind of. I'm almost to 4,000 again. I'd love to see, you know, 4K is about bottom basement. You know, to help me, like if I want to get a specific troop from a specific kingdom, I would love to have at least 4,000 event keys. And that would give me a good shot at it. It wouldn't guarantee it though, so got to keep building up my event keys. I hate that they're under 4K. They're really hard to build though, man. It takes lots of time and effort. I had them up as high as like 9K, I think, at one point. But that's the highest. That should say something. If you have a bunch of event keys, but you don't have every troop in the game, that's kind of the same problem as having a bunch of gems, but not having a bunch of 20, 30 kingdoms. Like, use them. You're over-saving a little bit if you have, like, 80,000 event keys, but you don't have every troop in the game. Like, they come around every once in a while. You go get them. Like Son of Mirage, for example, what do they have in their drop table? Sin of Mirage, base rarity, show all. Bane of Ambition. It's a good one. Newer. If you missed it. Pretty good. I think it did make our top 20. It's not top 10 or anything, but I don't know. I like it. It's that Bone Storm, man. That just like throws it over the top. If you look at it otherwise, if you take that Bone Storm off of it, it probably would not make the top 20, but that just kind of throws it over the top a little bit. Bone Storm at the start of every turn. If you're doing any kind of Skull team, this thing should be in consideration for your team. And then it also has an instant kill and Devour and all that damage. True damage. Puts Skulls up. Does lots of stuff. And it's impervious. And it blows up a brown gem at the start of fight. Like, it's awesome. Random. Oh, Summoning Stones. Yeah, I'll go over that after this. Sorry. Bane of Ambition is good. Eclipse Sauce is a dragon. You can't get it with event keys. Same thing with the Mortals. You can't. Queen of Sin isn't very good, but she's a little bit underrated. She's okay. Scourge of Honor is good. Man, we might have to bump up Sin of Mirage a little bit. It's definitely a top 10 kingdom. You know how it goes though. Freaking Adana is the top of the list until you get 3 Iron Hawks and everything else. Saul Carey's still really good. Zayjin, Goblins. Takshaka, Mista Scales. Kitar, Kafru. Whitehelm was good last week. Sin of Mirage is up there though. It might be a top 10 kingdom for event keys. But you got Bane of Ambition and Scourge of Honor. And then for your legendaries, you got Wrath, who almost made our top 20 legendaries. I'm sick about it. I think it almost should be on there. It's really good. Does a lot of stuff for a legendary. Has Cataclysm. Really good troop. And then you got Bane of Mercy. It's a really good troop. Symbol of Lust is okay sometimes if you have like a full team of demons. Could be your mana generator in a pinch. Got Greed here. Pretty good kingdom. Greed, Bane of Mercy, Wrath, Scourge of Honor, Bane of Ambition. So if you miss, hopefully you at least get Wrath. Hopefully you at least get Wrath and Bane of Mercy and Greed if you miss. But if you hit, dude, it's a 1 in 3 chance too. Like, there's only 3 mythics here. So that's even better. You have a 2 out of 3 chance to get a good mythic if you throw event keys and get a mythic. The only way you can miss is if you get Queen of Sin. Otherwise, you get a good one. Scourge of Honor is mostly used for its true damage to all enemies. That's why I was kind of hoping it would be in the World event. I would have used it. But you can 50% start it on Wild Folk. It gets a lot of its mana back when it casts, and it does true damage to all enemies. So it's like really heavy true damage too. It's like good. A really good troop. It's like A tier for sure. A minus maybe. Alright, so that is the event key drop table. We did the Soulforge. What else is going on this week, y'all? Bring up the calendar just to double check. Cinemirage week, of course. Cinemirage Underspire, event key drop table, weapons in the Soulforge, Epic Trials. It's a world event, guild event this week. I did 3 teams high, mid, and low at the beginning of the video. Tomorrow is Depths of Sin for the faction event. I'll be streaming. I'll do Pure 500 on stream live and Deathless 500. We've been doing really good at that. We've done a couple of Deathless Pure 500s, I think in a row. Wednesday we get a new pet. It's a little gold sarcophagus looking Egypt type of cat pet. Thursday's Doomsayer class event. If we were going to model our channel after any class, it would be Doomsayer, because I like the Reaper thing there. And then this weekend, for the weekend single-player event, we have Bounty. Bounty's the second best single-player event as far as rewards go, and it's pretty quick these days if you do the right strats. That's what's going on this week. Campaign, you know, we don't really look at this anymore. All this stuff has been done for a while, so if you've been paying attention to like the new campaign and how it works and stuff, this gets done really early. And then this one's the one that they kind of put a limiter on. You can't get it all the way done. You just get to the next like stat. Tyrion's here. How's it going? Summoning stones. I gotta do that. Despawn's okay, yeah, I always forget about Despawn. Bounty weekend. Alright, Summoning Stone, Sauna requested. For low-level players, every once in a while there'd be something in the Summoning Stones, but it also costs you jewels, so you don't want to be doing it all the time, but if very specific troops are here, you might do it. Okay, we got Wrath, Soldier of Wrath, Snake Charmer, Dark Herald, Gyno Sphinx, Living Rhyme, Tusk Raider, and Serpent. Nothing great there. Main thing you're looking for here is like Leprechaun or Angry Mob or, I don't know, Bog Strider. Can Bog Strider be here? Probably. Alright, Orion's Herald, Forest Gremlin, Were-Rat, Spring Emissary, Borgak, Mantis Mage, Archon Statue, and Nature-Born Warden. I mean, Forest Gremlin, if you just want a different goblin for your very first team in the game, you could look for goblins, maybe. Warhawk, Miststalker, Dwarven Slayer, Doomed, Gargoyle, Sir Ebonheart, Bull, Zerker, Corrupt Magus, and Baby Dragon. Nope. Moa, Moneylender, Falconer, Moonfeather, Uriel, the Guardian, Enchantress, Bastite Priestess, and Priestess. Nope. Tome of Evil, Sister of Nightmares, Haunted Guardian, Eldritch Guardian, Fear, Bloom, Manatee, Shadow Beast, and Mismer. Mismer's like used sometimes for like extra magic to do extra, like to go over the top for damage to clear stuff in one shot. Sister of Nightmares is okay, like 75% start, hits multiple enemies. I don't know that I would do, you know, craft them here, though. Just shout out to that. Okay, Leshy, Goblin Shaman, Wyvern, Gemhammer, Jarnvisa, Main Courser, Arachnitar, and Bombot. Bombot, yeah, can be good. For certain things, like a world event, for example, or... I don't know. Goblin Shaman, another Goblin for your Goblin team, if you want to up your Goblin team a little bit, if you're super early. And that's it, so nothing imperative, nothing amazing. Ooh, gems and writs here. Don't forget to do this. We got the Underspire. Underspire Underwear. I got it. I got mine all the way done last week. It's been like 10 weeks in a row or something. All the way done. It's kind of like, man, I should probably be doing PvP, but it's not wrong to do the Underspire at all. So I'm going to keep doing it. It's just something you got to do. Make a team. I've been not making like 3 teams anymore because I just feel like it's not needed for real. People don't. Yeah. And we got Senna Mirage weapons. So you could do an all purple team. Since Harvest is alright. Forget about that one. Okay. We got Explodey. So for Underspire, probably Eclipse Sauce. Scourge of Honor is good too. Wrath. Bane of Mercy. This might be the time you would use Sybil of Lust. If we make a whole team of demons, which is definitely possible, like most of them are demons. Could do the dragon. Thinking Scourge of Honor though. We might have to go down the demon route. Not a lot of good mana generation. Could do both though. Sometimes I'll do that. You just have to have a really good... But then it's not a demon. I don't know, man. I like Bane of Ambition. I might use that later on. Like, you could do Wrath, Bane of Ambition. That'd be a cool team. I just feel like it would... Not early. Like, early you want to do something like Scourge of Honor. Or Eclipse Sauce. Then later on I might switch to, like, Bane of Ambition, Wrath. Need mana. Our weapon can give us some mana. Bane of Gods. Or Blood Crystal Blade. It kind of depends on what else is on the team. We got Scourge of Honor. Ah, we need like one other mana generator. Bane of Mercy is like our only powered converter. Might have to do like... It's gonna be a little crazy. And maybe this one, since it's... Nah, it's not. Dang, I was hoping it was purple. None of the weapons are purple, so all Bane of Mercy would be doing is getting up our dragon. Can blow up purple. Me. And we don't have any blue yet.
They shall feel my fury.
And everything's Senna Mirage. I don't know if Bane of Mercy is the best for this. Okay, Eclipse Sauce can catch purple. Scourge can catch green and brown. It's like a mixture of true and physical, but we don't have that many options, so maybe hold on a sec. I could do this. Double Scourge. That'd be pretty good. But then this is like nothing. To be a demon, we would have to do Doomsayer, I guess. there any other demons? Okay, Diabolus, Doomsayer, Sorcerer. Don't let me, like, go over there. There might be more, but it don't let me go over there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this has no 50% start. Neither does that. Sorcerer, does it? Guess not. Got Rising Shadows. Serendipity. Bonus purple. We don't need purple, though. Doomsayer. That's probably what I would use. Blows up purple at the start of battle. We're not using a scythe, are we? Cleanse. Disease. Don't want an ally dying. Ice Storm we don't really need, right? I think our weapon has blue, though. If we have no other storm, might as well be blue. Swift Curse. Ooh, bonus green might be good. Okay, I'm getting there. So now I'm gonna do what's her face. We're all demons. So she has a 75% start. She's using purple, which no one else is using, but she'll blow up a decent amount of the board. It's not great. She does like 5 purple, maybe. But she blows one up at the start of battle. So does our Doomsayer. 75% start. I could just match a purple, get her up, cast it, or blue and red. I'm gonna try this. Alright, red. For sure. Come on, go. We need to get our weapons up, I feel. Red, blue, or red, purple. Red, purple minus green. Red, blue minus brown. What do we not have? We got blue, red, green. We're missing yellow. Red, green. I mean, this would be a good one because the Scourge uses green. Is there any other color we're not using? Blue, red, green, brown, purple. Nope, just yellow. So I guess we have to go with that. Alright, I'm gonna go with this for now. 2 mana generators. Mana generating sandwich around 2 Scourges. That way that they're both true damage. They are blocking each other though, but that's 2 explodes. We got a lot of stuff like exploding just at the start of battle or start of turn. That might be alright. See how it goes. You could build around Eclipse Sauce too if you have 2 Eclipse Sauces. I just didn't like the combination of true and physical. Like later on, that's going to be a little bit weird. Alright, we got Sybil, but we also have the weapon. The weapon uses red, so all the red it blows up will go back into the weapon. So I'm going to do Sybil first. Plus there's a lot of purple up there. I'll give Scourge a little bit. She's not that good, I guess, but something. Help out the weapon a little bit. Jeez. Yeah, this might be one of those weeks where you start with one thing and then you switch it. There we go. Not a lot of good mana generation here. Free Lantern. But stay tuned. I'll do Underspire on, Friday or Saturday. Probably gonna start with this though. I guess I'll keep looking at it. All right, we need purple, blue, red. Come on. Dang it. All right, we got blue over here. Purple, blue, red, please. Come on. Nope.
Mana surge.
Underspire is a little bit slower than other events. There's no potions. But once we get up our Scourge, they're gonna die. I need to change my medals. That would help. I always forget. Well, just a little bit. I already got the Anu on. $12. They're both 12, so I don't know. I like the singular paths better than the multiple paths. I used to like the multiple paths better, but changed my mind. No problem, Sauna. All good. I'll talk enough for the both of us. Big old purple extra turn, but we really don't need it. But I think, you know, he does something. And now we get the blue, so that was good. Now our weapon's up. I might want to just cast the weapon if it's up, because she's not the greatest. Then we get a positive stats effect. It's for Sena Mirage, so our whole team gets it. So we probably want to cast the weapon whenever we can. She's just here for backup, just another mana generator. But the weapon's the main priority, I think. Boost up our team with some buffs while we're getting mana. All right, one more fight, and then you get the drift. If anybody wants another team, like you don't have 2 Scourges, let me know. But I'm just figuring that no one cares or needs it. My chat on my PlayStation is like so far behind, it's crazy. Like if y'all are watching on PlayStation, I don't know, my chat's like popping up from stuff you guys said a long time ago. I don't know if it just does that now. Like maybe it just keeps like I don't know. It's being weird. Maybe when no one's saying anything, it just pops stuff up from before. Maybe it's something new, but it seems like it's broken. But Yandy's here. Tyrion's here. How many vault keys did you get, Tyrion? Alright, so that's that. This is what I'm gonna do, at least for now. Like I said, I might switch to a Bane of Ambition, like Wrath type of team later. But we're just like, get up Scourge of Honor, cast it on these early fights. And we got 2 of them if we need to. Mana generating sandwich around a double Scourge. I went Doomsayer to make my whole team demon for real, but now it's also all from Sena Mirage. And then so my weapon gives a buff to the entire team when I cast it. The weapon's blowing up purple, Symbol of Lust blowing up purple. I don't use purple on my damage dealers, but it's okay because when you explode a color, it takes out all the gems around it too. Okay, that's Underspire. That's pretty much everything, y'all. We can take a look at Epic Trials if you want. Let's see how far along we are. It's about a stream. That's about a stream. We peeked under the garage door again. I think we're starting to lift it very slowly. We're getting in there, you know. We gotta get in there, check that oil, check that coolant. Getting close though. I think we have the door open by now. We've revealed the train this month. We're slow and steady at revealing it. We'll get it out there one of these days. And but yeah, I think we got the door open at this point. So appreciate y'all. Epic Trials, we already kind of ran auto battle. I can just make the stream slightly longer here. Give you more time if you want to ask a question or anything. But we got War Machine, deal damage to an enemy, boosted by skulls. If the enemy is divine, deal triple damage. 50% skull reduction, explode a skull at the start of battle, deal double skull damage versus divine. Is anything going to be divine though? Probably not. Nope. So then none of that matters. None of the divine crap matters on this thing. It's probably here just to be a tank. 50% skull reduction. Gluttony. Explode 4 gems of an enemy's mana color. 20% chance to devour them. Explode a green gem at the start of battle. So if you get lucky, You might get a Devour. So he's in second slot because that potential Devour could give him a bunch of stats, and then he's also like a mana generator, so we needs to get everything up. Bane of Mercy, 61 attack to the first ally, so that's good. Could take some skulls. Yellow to purple. Starts with full mana. Would only get up Despond, but Despond is okay. It's like pretty much our main. You know, he's the star player of the team. Deal damage to an enemy equal to their attack, then deal the same damage to all enemies above them. So you kind of want to attack the last enemy, so you're hitting everything. And then it's also a summon. Explode a blue at the start of battle. You know, you're hoping for this Bane of Mercy at the start of the fight, so it'll get up your Despond and give attack to your War Machine. You're hoping you get a Devour at some point, hopefully. And then War Machine will be getting attack from Bane of Mercy, 50% skull reduction, so decent tank. If you lose it, hopefully Gluttony got a Devour, now you have a new tank. And if Despond dies, it would kind of suck. That'd be the one way you could lose, maybe, if Despond dies. I don't even know why I have the Bane of Mercy ahead of Despond. I think to give attack to War Machine. You could flip-flop them for real, if you want to. If you want to protect Despond a little bit more. Let's say your Despond is dying for some reason. Making sure none of these hit last slot. Not really. But yeah, you know, I've done it before. I've beat them all. This is the team I used to do Send Mirage. Enemy team is scary. This does true damage. That's a little bit scary. This can hit hard, but you have to have full mana. This is pretty much a nothing burger. And, you know, if you let this thing cast a few times, it might cause some trouble. Should be alright. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Hope you did great on your vault event. Get those keys opened. You got 30 days, though. So if you got 300 vault keys, you could do 10 a day. I'm considering I might do that, just to make sure I reset to 0. You guys ever heard that phrase, reset to 0? It's like if you're working at a restaurant or something, and, you know, at the end of the day, you put back everything where it was, you know, get everything cleaned up. So, like, the next day, you reset from 0. You don't just have stuff everywhere, stuff dirty, you have to find stuff. You don't want to start your day like that, right? So you don't want to start your vault event with a bunch of grass to cut, a bunch of vault keys. You want to get them all opened up. That way you can reset to 0, and, you know, now you know exactly how many vault keys you got. Now maybe it gives you extra motivation to get more because you have 0. The more vault keys you have unopened, the less I feel that you're going to go get the most you can get. Because you're thinking about those in the back of your head like, dang, I still have 1,057 vault keys to open. Do I really want to go get 500 more? So reset to 0 type of deal. Now's the time, you know, we got a whole month until the next vault event, so start early, you know? Divide them by 30 and just open that many every day. At the end of your day, get everything else done, and then boom, open 10 vault keys or something. Not as fun as opening like 50 at a time, but I think it's my way. Like, people are different, obviously. Like, maybe you'd rather do something once a week and do it every week. But for me, if I split stuff up over, like, do it every day, it's like it builds more of a habit. And it feels worse when you don't do it. If you do something once a week and then you miss it, and then there's an entire week that passes, and then here it comes again. If you miss it again in another entire week, it's way easier to, like, get out of that habit of doing something once a week than it is to get out of a habit of doing something once a day. And because you do less, too. So it's easier. Doing something once a week, something could happen on that day that you're like, it's having a horrible day and everything's going wrong, and then you don't do it because of that. But every day, if it's just, like, real quick, 10 vault keys, bang, takes 5 minutes or something, it's way easier to do, and then it builds the habit gets built way faster and way stronger, because it's something you do every day, and you're not dreading it as much, like, oh, I gotta do 70 vault keys on Saturday, like, It's not that many, but it's way more than 10. That's how I play the game, for real. Like, my guild event, if I really wanted to, I could go in here and, like, figure out how many points I want to get. I could divide it by 7. I don't really do that. I kind of play it by ear, but... You know, you could use all your sigils every day. That would be a good way to go. Just use all your sigils every day. Like, buy up to your tier 3 and then use all your sigils, and then the next day you get more, use them all. The next day you get more, use them all. That's a good way to break it up. Underspire, do 1 dragon a day. There's 7 dragons. That's better than leaving them all for Sunday. You know, you buy your torches every day because you'll miss out on them if you don't. But waiting till Sunday to do the whole entire Underspire, you don't know how you're going to feel on that one day. It's way easier to just get the 1 dragon. Takes less time, builds a habit. Just my advice. It helps me, the type of person I am, to do something every day and, like, make it easier instead of doing once a week where I could be dreading it because it's way more. And, you know, it's easier to have that one bad day on that day than it is to have, like, even if I'm having a horrible day, like, it's still easy to open up 10 vault keys. Like, it's easier to find the time. It's easier to, like, make yourself do it when it's something easy broken up over 7 days than it is to save it all for one day and then, oops, I had a bad day, and then bang, the next week comes and it's been so long since you did it because it's weekly. And then you can convince yourself, like, oh, well, you know. But once it's every day, it's like, man, I forgot. If you don't do it, you're, like, really cursing yourself out. Like, dang, I did that like 5, 6, 7 days in a row, or 20 days in a row, or 50 days in a row, and now I didn't do it. Now you're really mad at yourself. But the once a week thing is easier to stop doing, I feel. Anyway, nice little rant for the end there, I guess. Any questions? You guys need anything from me? Because you know I'm always here if you want to leave a comment on the any video really, but if you leave a new comment on the newest video, that usually gets to me the easiest. So if you need anything, leave a comment on this live stream. I haven't been on the Discord in a while. I really need to get back over there. Tomorrow we got the faction event, Cinema Mirage, so I'll be doing that. Or Cinema Mirage, you know what I mean. Whatever it is, dude. What the heck is it called? Depths of Sin. I'll be here tomorrow for the live stream around 10 a.m. EST. Do that. Faction event. Anything else y'all need, but mostly faction event. Wednesday's P99. I don't have it recorded yet, but maybe I'll do that today with my extra time that I have. Thursday, I need to finish up that Dark Souls series, so I'll probably post that. And then Friday, we got the bounty. So the quick strat bounty, new bounty troop, good rewards, gets done quickly. Saturday, we'll check on the bounty, we'll check on the Underspire, we'll check on the world event, we'll do spoilers. And Sunday has been P99 lately. I'm kind of considering changing that to something else, but for now, it'll probably still be P99. But that's the week ahead of us. Thank you so much for being here. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot to your guild about the channel. Comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Super special shout out to the ladies out there, Sana and Anita, coming in clutch today, keeping the lights on, the doors open. Thanks for the team code, Sana. Appreciate it. You always keep 4 gaps in stock when I have nothing left. Good job. That's what I wish I did that. That's what I would totally recommend. That's the exact number I kind of wish I had. It's my favorite number too, probably. But, you know, 3 or 4. That's what I would like to have, like, going into any vault event. That means I did a good job. Like, I didn't overspend. I didn't spend down to 0. Like, I didn't use all my gaps to 0. And then I didn't, like, leave a bunch on the table either. Like, a bunch of work in the future, a bunch of grass that I need to mow. So, that's how I feel, too. Like, 3 or 4 gaps is perfect to get started on the next vault event. It takes care of your pity keys. It gets you going. And then you still have to go get some, but it's not like you're starting from 0 or 1. So that's what I think. I think 3 or 4 or 5 is, like, perfect. And I would say 4 if I could choose a number going into the next vault event that I would shoot for. It'd be around 4 gaps. I only have 1 or 2, but I had to like hurry. I was finished. I was like Sunday night, and I was just getting to where I wanted to get to. So I could have went back. I should have farmed more verses. That's what I would have done. If I had played for a little bit longer last night, I would have probably just done, you know, triple Ironhawk verse farming to get mine up to 3 or 4. So I wouldn't even have got more Vault Keys if I had played longer last night. I just got more Freddy's, probably. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, you take care, Chad. Bye, Juan. Thank you for joining me today, Chad, the Clip Bomb. Wonderful Sana, a.k.a. Lady Alfhild. Looking for guild members over there on PC Mobile. If you're a beginner, go check out Sana's guild. She put it in the chat up there a little bit. Anita, Yandy. We got Sana, we got Anita, we got Tyrion Shark in the house today. Yoke the Ham. Beg for mercy. Appreciate you, bro. Daniel Lucas was here. Been here quite a bit. Thank you so much, man. Keeping me company, dude. Sana with the gifted went to Red Dawn. Really appreciate it. Needed it. Thank you. Helps a lot. Keeps me motivated. Makes me come back the next day. Makes me stream longer. You know the deal. Classic EverQuest. Yep, them freaking stream reminders. I don't know. I need to do a poll on that. Does that help or not? Does it help or hurt? Or neutral? Maybe that'll be my next poll. Do those reminder streams help? It helps me because I can make the thumbnail. It like kind of makes me make the thumbnail, and kind of it's easier to like hurry up and start the stream. I'm pretty much already did it kind of, and I just got to do it again, type of thing. But it's also been confusing to a couple of people that, you know, they go to that reminder ghost train that just kind of, it's just there for the timer. The thumbnail, the timer, you guys can chat in the waiting room. It's like a waiting room. It's not the actual room. So you're in the room waiting to go to the real room. That's how to think about it. You guys can chat about like the stream or talk to each other. You can drop something in there if you're not going to be able to make it. It shows you exactly how much time until the stream is going to actually start. You get to see the thumbnail. I don't know. You get to see the title. Great job again, Daniel, on that 493. That's amazing. Anita, thanks again. Went to Binge Moeller, I think. The gifted. Anita was first. Daniel was second. J.M. Ricks was third. Who does YouTube think was the best this stream? Top fans? Chad the Clip Bomb and Sana were tied. Anita got second place. And there was a tie for third between Daniel and Yoke. That's the top fans if you're shooting for the top of the leaderboard. But special thanks to Anita and Sana. You guys are awesome. Thank you, ladies. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. You're the best. Peace out. Start opening them the vault keys, man. You don't wait too long. Especially if you already had a bunch. And you just got more. Get to it, boy. It's the best thing you could be doing in the game. Of course, do all your regular daily stuff. But when you're done with that, open vault keys. There's nothing better you could be doing. PvP Explorer, screw that. Open your vault keys. I mean, do a little bit of PvP, you know, daily.